Batman and Catwoman's romance is one of the most captivating in comic book history. Their forbidden love between vigilante and criminal is filled with mystery and flirtation. Batman has long known Catwoman is Selina Kyle, while keeping his own identity as Bruce Wayne hidden. Protecting this secret has always been essential to him, especially in matters of love. But eventually, Bruce lets down his guard, revealing his true self to Catwoman. Why does he risk everything to share his deepest secret? What shifts in the heart of the Dark Knight to make him take this step? Our story opens with Killer Croc breaking out of Arkham Asylum. Amanda Waller gives Batman until midnight to track him down and get answers out of him. Batman suspects that an unknown criminal mastermind is pulling strings from the shadows and that the Croc is somehow implicated in the grand scheme of things. Croc scales the side of a skyscraper where he finds Catwoman snooping around in the rooftops greenhouse. Croc has been robbed out of a large amount of bail money, and he believes that Catwoman is to blame. But Catwoman argues that they have been set up, possibly by Poison Ivy. The monstrous, scaly beast doesn't believe a word that comes out of Selina's mouth and tries to bite off her head. But Batman arrives just in time to save her from the Croc's deadly jaws.
Killer Croc, this is the FBI. Stay where you are and put your hands in the air.
Croc is captured by Waller's tactical unit, and Batman spends the next 6 nights prowling the city in search of answers. Catwoman finds the Bat out on one of his nightly investigations and confronts him.
Batman? I found Poison Ivy. My sources tell me she's relocated. She's in Metropolis. I want in on this. Listen, you saved my life. Through the years, you've done that more than once. I don't think I've ever properly thanked you.
Don't.
We've done this dance for a long time. Too long. Aren't you at all curious?
Catwoman closes the space between her and Batman and softly pushes her lips up against his. Batman is reluctant at first, but then he gives in to his desire and pulls Catwoman up against his body and kisses her passionately.
Criminals by nature are a cowardly and superstitious lot. To instill fear in their hearts, I became a bat, a monster in the night. And in doing so, have I become the very thing that all monsters become, alone.
Batman's closing thought reveals his longing for companionship beneath his brooding persona. His encounter with Catwoman stirs a desire for love, hinting that he wants more than a life of loneliness and pain.
I try to avoid coming here. There are not many reasons for Batman to be in this city, but no one will raise an eyebrow when Bruce Wayne comes to town. Trying to stay focused, trying not to think about Selina.
Bruce mentions business interests and friends in the city, like the Daily Planet and Dr. Thomas Elliot, as reasons for his visit. Yet, his kiss with Catwoman remains foremost in his mind.
I kissed her.
Even as Bruce catches up with his old buddy, his mind still drifts.
Selina.
Easy, boy. You play your cards right, and there will be a lot more where that comes from. So, I'll see you in Metropolis?
As Tommy and Bruce catch a cab together to go visit Lois at the Daily Planet, Tommy lectures Bruce on not taking time to rest after his serious head injury. Tommy removed a fragment of bone from Bruce's brain and doesn't believe that he is taking his health seriously enough. Again, Bruce thinks back to the night of the kiss.
Don't go.
Just because I let you kiss me doesn't mean you get to treat me like your toy wonder.
Take this.
It's not your high school ring or anything, is it?
Metropolis is a big city. If you find Poison Ivy first, activate that by pressing it.
So, I call. You come? You can't train a cat to do that. Oh, and if I find Ivy first, you're going to have to wait your turn.
Batman is used to teaming up, but this is different. Catwoman is a criminal and he, a vigilante, is helping her with a personal vendetta. As Bruce says goodbye to Tommy, his internal monologue gives the clearest hint yet that he's imagining a future with Selina.
Things change, never more so than with what is happening, with what could happen with Selina.
Batman visits his ex, Talia Head, hoping she knows Poison Ivy's location. Sensing something different about him, Talia is interrupted when Batman's pager buzzes. Catwoman is calling. Batman joins Catwoman on the roof of a bullet train.
I interrupted something, didn't I? Not many women can wear Chanel No. 5 and make it work. Sorry, that was catty.
It seems there might be a hint of jealousy stirring in Miss Kyle.
I know where Ivy is.
So do I.
That is, you said.
That I wanted to get to her first. I still do, but I wanted you to know why. Ivy took control of my mind. She made me do things that I may have been prone to, but that's my decision. No one gets to violate me like that. Understood?
Catwoman leaps off the train and Batman remains behind for a moment and thinks to himself again.
I kissed her.
Catwoman finds Poison Ivy and confronts her, and the two of them begin fighting. Ivy gets the upper hand on Catwoman, and once again, her knight in dark armor comes to the rescue. Before they can make their move on Ivy, a fourth very powerful individual crashes the party.
No, not here. Not now. Not him.
It's Superman, and he has also fallen under Poison Ivy's spell. Batman and Catwoman have no other option but to run, and they make their escape together before being incinerated by Superman's laser vision. Now underwater, Batman uses some of his tech to keep them breathing. They only have seconds to escape with Superman still hot on their heels. Batman swims his crush to safety while she clings on to him. It would appear that our unlikely couple is beginning to build trust. More internal monologue reaffirms that our hero may be falling for Selina Kyle.
Poison Ivy used Catwoman in those Gotham crimes. She felt violated being controlled by Ivy. It's made the hunt personal for Selina. And I can't let Catwoman's desire impair my judgment, despite what I may be feeling for her. You know your part?
Your standard snatch and grab.
Any one of the three of them.
It'll be the gal. If we want a reaction from him, it'll have to be the gal.
You've studied him.
Trust me, I know the type.
Catwoman throws herself on Batman and kisses him tenderly.
Why did you?
Because later you might not be able to do that. That's my cue. Good luck.
Batman fights Superman just long enough to buy Catwoman enough time to capture Lois Lane. Batman presents Superman with a dilemma. He either breaks Poison Ivy's spell using his own will in order to save Lois, or he continues to fight with Batman, and Lois dies. Their plan works, and Superman breaks Ivy's spell in order to save the woman he loves. Together, Catwoman, Superman, Batman, and Krypto track down Poison Ivy. Batman and Catwoman have built trust and respect, working together as an effective team while displaying undeniable passion. The foundational pillars of any romantic relationship, attraction and trust, seem firmly in place. Bruce and Selina find themselves in the same booth at a Gotham City opera, coincidentally seated side by side for the performance. The opera takes an unexpected turn when Harley Quinn removes her disguise on stage. Harley and her goons hold up the audience and rob them of their possessions. Harley steals a highly sentimental piece of jewelry from Tommy. The piece belonged to his deceased mother. Bruce manages to sneak off during the chaos and returns as Batman to stop Harley and her men. Harley has set a trap for Batman and takes advantage of his head injury by dropping heavy sandbags on him from on high. Harley holds a loaded gun to Batman's head and intends to kill him. But this time it's Catwoman who saves the day and joins the fight to provide some much-needed support to her man. Harley makes a run for it, and Catwoman chases, but Harley shoots Catwoman in the shoulder, injuring her badly in the process. Batman immediately tends to Catwoman, holding her limp body in his hands while someone comes rushing in to provide medical assistance.
If you ever rescue me again instead of catching the bad guy, I swear I'll scratch your eyes out.
Tommy chases after Harley in the hope of recovering his mother's heirloom. Batman follows closely behind following their trial, but he is too late. The Joker stands over Tommy's dead body with a smoking gun in his hands. Batman's oldest and closest friend is dead. We find Batman in full rage mode, beating up the Joker.
He shot Barbara Gordon at point-blank range and left her to die. The fact that she is still alive did nothing to lessen the anguish that he brought down on her. He shot Lieutenant Sarah Escalating, former police commissioner Jim Gordon's wife, and killed her. The Joker's life should have ended then and there. The Joker beat Jason Todd to death for nothing more than wanting to be the young hero Robin, the boy wonder. Only moments ago, the Joker took the life of a childhood friend. Dr. Thomas Elliot, Tommy, returned to me as I lay dying. Without any hesitation, he used his skills as a surgeon. I am only alive today because of him.
Batman loses control and begins to violently beat the Joker. Batman feels like he should have killed the Joker long ago. Harley Quinn sneaks up on Batman, but he sees the attack coming and moves out of the way.
I think of Barbara, and snapping the Joker's neck becomes that much easier.
Batman contemplates killing the Joker, haunted by Barbara's lasting injuries as justification for his urge. Bloodied, Catwoman arrives and tries to stop him from crossing a line he may regret.
Catwoman, Selina. Only earlier tonight, Harley Quinn shot her. Her shoulder is still damp with blood. How could I regret what should have been done a long time ago? How could she understand? She wasn't there when I found Jason. Whatever feelings I have for you, Selina, and that is very complicated right now, I cannot let you stop me. Don't you see that our relationship allows for the possibility that one night it will be you that I find killed by the Joker? I cannot, will not, allow for that nightmare to become a reality. He dies tonight by my hand. There will be no escape.
Suddenly, a warning shot skims Batman's arm. Someone holds a gun to his head from behind.
The next shot I will drop you.
Batman turns around to see his old friend Jim Gordon. Jim talks some sense into Batman and convinces him not to follow through with his murderous intentions.
It was from an alley like this one that a man with a gun emerged from the darkness and murdered my mother and father. In that single moment, my childhood ended. I made a promise on the grave of my parents that I would rid this city of the evil that took their lives. Tonight, I almost became part of that evil.
Bruce Wayne's life has been defined by loss, a pain deepened by his choice to become Batman. Living in isolation with few friends and no family, he keeps his distance, fearing his enemies will target those he loves. When Tommy is murdered and Catwoman nearly dies, Batman's buried trauma erupts. Terrified of losing Selina, he's willing to break his moral code and kill to protect her. That Batman would risk everything for her safety speaks volumes about his love, a feeling even more powerful than his rage. We find the Bat and his old prodigy Dick Grayson on their way to intercept the Riddler, who has robbed a cash truck. Dick has no problem confronting his former mentor and bluntly questions him from inside the Batmobile.
Look, I know this may be none of my damn business. And I know you think I'm against you going out with a former known thief, or whatever she is. Anyway, I'm not against it. Bruce, I've known you too long. I came down to the cave expecting to find you draped in shadows, cut off from everyone, including yourself. You lost an old friend. I get it. But there's something different about you. Good different. If she makes you happy, great. Except every relationship you've had with a woman, either as Bruce or Batman, has gotten screwed up because you didn't tell her about your being, either Bruce or Batman. My point is, tell her.
You're right.
Really?
It is none of your damn business.
Batman and Nightwing intercept the Riddler and his posse and take them down. Batman wonders what the Riddler's role might be in the master plan of this unknown criminal who is still pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Later that night, Batman goes to find Catwoman.
It's not like you, seeking me out. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
A few days ago, I buried a dear friend.
I'm sorry.
It's been suggested that I'm handling it well because I have you in my life.
I have a fan? Is it the bigger bird or the little one?
Nightwing, I know who you are, Selina. Where you live, what you do during the day. Like you, I have 2 lives, and I want you to be a part of both of them.
You know, for a loner, you certainly have a lot of strings. Nightwing, Oracle, Huntress, Batgirl. I just don't want to be the one string that trips you up.
You won't.
Bruce!
Catwoman embraces Bruce. It's clear that she's happy with what she sees behind the mask.
So, where do we go from here?
You could find a razor, and a bath wouldn't kill you.
Why does Batman reveal his identity to Selina Kyle? Is it his undeniable attraction to the alluring burglar, his desire to protect her, or the bond they share as 2 wounded souls hiding behind masks? Perhaps it's his deep feelings and longing for more than the loss that has defined his life. Bruce believes that honesty is essential if their relationship is to truly flourish. Let us know what you think in the comments, and help us out by liking and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.